Welcome to today's Yogalates. We'll be using a set of blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can of course always use books or pillows. Recommend some sturdy type of pillows. We'll also use a set of light weights. I'm going to just use 1 pound dumbbells. Feel free to go heavier. You can also go without the weights entirely. We're going to be using a lot of our upper body, our core, and our lower body today to strengthen everything. And you also have the opportunity to grab those set of ankle weights and use these ankle weights for the entire duration of class. We're not going to have any cardio portion, so no worries about jumping around while using those. A lot of workouts, people recommend using the ankle weights. However, if you're going to be doing any type of cardio, anything where you're jumping, putting any kind of pressure on your lower body or those ligaments that have the weights on, just take these off during those aerobic exercises. So we're going to start today on our back. You are welcome to grab a block under your hips if you would like. We're just going to start here with a breathing exercise. You can butterfly your knees. You can also prop your head up with a block if that's more comfortable for you. You can draw the heels of your feet closer in towards your hips. You can extend them further out. If the butterfly of the knees is uncomfortable to you, you can also extend the legs out, heels to touch, or heels just open. So any position on your back that's comfortable for you. You can bring your hands palm side up on either side of your hip. You can also bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, feeling your belly as it rises and falls with your breath. We're going to first begin focusing on our breaths here. Deep inhale, filling your belly, ribs, and lungs, all the way to the top. Last bit of air, hold it, full exhale, lungs, ribs, belly, belly falls. Inhale, belly, ribs, lungs, hold it at the top. Deep exhale through your mouth, lungs, ribs, belly. Continuing with this breath, when you get to the top, sealing your lips, breathing in and out through your nose, adding heat within your body, using just your breath. With your lips sealed, give me one more round of breath. Full inhale, full exhale, in and out through your nose. Letting out every last bit of breath that you just inhaled. Rolling to your left or right side, pressing yourself up. We're going to find a tabletop position. So option here, you can place the blocks under your wrist if you would like, bringing that earth closer towards you, back is flat. We're going to tuck our toes, hammock your belly down towards the floor, and lift your gaze up, deep inhale. On your exhale, scoop and arch, round your spine up towards the ceiling, untuck your toes. Coming through neutral spine, tuck your toes, deep inhale. Hammock your belly down towards the floor, arching your back, coming into cow. On your exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine, as if somebody is hollowing out your belly. Coming through, tuck your toes. Deep inhale, lift your gaze. On your exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine. Give me one more inhale and exhale, cat and cow, just like that. Inhaling as you press your belly down towards the floor. Exhale as you press the earth away. Coming back to a neutral spine, your back is flat. Maybe patter out your toes here if that's comfortable for you. You can tuck your toes, pressing your hips in towards your heels. Feeling that stretch all along the back side of your body. And again, your wrists can be on blocks. They can also be on the floor. Rising back up, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Bump your hips side to side. Any organic movement here that feels comfortable for you today. Maybe hips side to side, maybe coming into some barrel rolls. If you're doing some barrel, maybe drawing your palms, a handprint forward, hips towards your wrists, drawing your hips back towards your heels, left or right, coming up the opposite direction. And what you do in one direction, be sure to reverse your direction, keeping everything symmetrical. Maybe noticing how one side feels different than the other. And coming back to a neutral spine, I'm just going to press my blocks forward. Again, you can still have your blocks under your wrist. We're going to turn our fingertips towards the outer edges of our mat. From here, you're welcome to hold it just where you're at. If you'd like, maybe rock from left to right, right to left, deepening that stretch. Coming back to center, gently rotate your fingers closer towards your knees. They don't have to face your knees, but at any angle towards the outer edge and your knees. Option 1, you're welcome to hold it just here, stretching your forearms. If you would like to deepen that stretch, you can press your hips back towards your heels and forward. Maybe rock your hips side to side if that feels comfortable for you in this position today. Go ahead and come back to our tabletop position. Bring your fingertips back towards the top of your mat. We're going to flip our right palm up towards the ceiling. Left palm stays facing down. You're welcome to hold it just where you're at if you'd like. Maybe moving your hips side to side, maybe forwards and backwards. Right palm facing up towards the ceiling. Left palm facing down towards your mat. If you're rocking side to side, forwards and backwards, go ahead and stack your shoulders over your wrists. Flip your right palm down towards the floor, flipping your left palm up towards the ceiling. Maybe noticing how one side may feel different than the other. Taking note of the different sides of your body. You are more than welcome to hold it just where you're at. You can shift from left to right, right to left, forwards and backwards. From here, come back to center, flipping your left palm down towards the floor, coming back to our tabletop position. Reach your right arm high to the ceiling, deep inhale. Exhale, reach your right hand under and through the left side body. Inhale to lift. Exhale, right arm under and through the left side body. Once more, inhale, lift your right arm higher. Exhale, reach your right arm further through the left side body. You are welcome to release your right ear or cheek down to the floor if that is comfortable for you. You can also place your right ear or cheek on a block, bringing that earth closer towards you. You're welcome to keep your left hand boxed out. You can extend it forward. You can also bind your left hand around towards your right hip. No matter where the placement is of your left hand, you can also extend your left leg straight back like a kickstand. Holding and breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. If you have your left arm extended or binded, gently bring it back underneath your left shoulder. If your left leg extended, you can leave it just where it's at. Rise up, reach your right arm high, reaching your left hand down. If you have your left knee tucked, go ahead and extend your left leg straight back. So you're in a tripod stance. From here, engage your core, lifting your left leg high. From this position, draw your knee in towards your left elbow. Kick it straight back. Exhale, draw that left leg over towards the outer right edge, gazing, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, stretch it back. Draw it over the side body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Over and through the side body. 4 more times, just like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, over to the side. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Knee to elbow. Extend. Stretch it over. Once more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side stretch. Holding here for 10. If you would like, you can press your left heel in closer towards the floor. You're also welcome to release, putting pressure into the ball of your left foot. Holding and breathing. On your next inhale, gently lift that left leg high. Exhale, draw your left knee in line with your right underneath your left hip. Bumping your hips side to side here. Come back, stacking your knees, stacking your wrists. We're going to lift the left arm high towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. Exhale, draw that left arm under and through the right side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach it under and through the right side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach it all the way under and through this time. Maybe bringing your left ear or cheek to the floor or to a block if that is comfortable to you. Extend that left arm further to deepen that stretch. You're going to also extend your right arm out in front, lengthening your shoulder. If you would like, you can bind that right hand around towards your left hip. No matter the placement of your right hand, you also have the option to extend your right leg. Your hips are squared. That right leg is just like a kickstand. Holding here and breathing. If you have your right arm extended or binded around towards your left hip, gently place your right hand back underneath your right shoulder. Press yourself up. Reach your left arm high. And setting your left hand back under your left shoulder. If you have your right leg extended, go ahead and keep it there. If it is bent, go ahead and extend your right leg straight back. Inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, draw your knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right leg rainbows over to the outer left edge of your foot, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, over side stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side stretch. 3 more just like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Side body stretch. Stay with it. Slow and controlled. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Side stretch. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Side stretch. This time, drawing that right leg further over. Maybe bumping your hips back. Maybe pressing into the ball of your right foot, gazing, looking over your left shoulder. To lessen that sensation, you can press into the ball of your foot, releasing your heel. We're going to hold it here for 10. Navel pulled into your spine. On your next breath, inhale, lengthen your right leg. Exhale, release your right knee in line with your left. Bumping your hips side to side here. Coming back to your breath, back to your focus. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and grab that block. We're going to place the block between our thighs. We're coming back to our tabletop position, so your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Tuck your toes, engage all of your abdominal muscles, and lift your knees, squeezing, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release down. Untuck your toes, release your core. Tuck your toes, draw your navel into your spine. Lift up, holding here for 5. Holding and breathing. Shins are hovering. Last 2 and 1. Gently release your knees down to the floor, untuck your toes, release your abdominal muscles. Inhale, tuck your toes, navel pulled into your spine. Lift your shins, lift your knees, holding it for 5. And release your knees. Untuck your toes. 2 more, just like that. Tuck your toes, navel pulled into your spine. Lift your shins, hovering on the floor. Gaze is down between your thumb and index finger. Pressing the earth away. Release your knees down. Untuck your toes. Once more, just like that. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees, lift your shins. This time we're going to hover and hold. You're already 7 seconds in. And 6. That's 5. Last 4. 3. 2. And 1. Releasing down. Untuck your toes. Go ahead and set that block off to the top of your mat. We're going to hold those blocks at the front. I'm actually going to pivot over to the other side. You'll understand why in just a moment. All right, from here, come back to your tabletop. Bring your hands up, palm print forward. We're going to lift our hips up, coming into 3-legged dog. Pedal your heels. Lifting both of your heels, lower them over to the right side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower them over to the left side. Inhale, lift. Back to pedal. 1 at a time. Keeping this motion going. Coming back to your breath that we started with. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. Pressing into your palms. Biceps frame your ears. Inhale, lengthen your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Point flex, circle out that right ankle. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Continue to circle out your right ankle, your right toes. 3-legged dog, square out your hips. Flex your right toes. Inhale, draw your knee to your nose. Tap it down. And lift. 3-legged dog, kick it straight back. Knee to same elbow. Tap it down. And lift. Kick it straight back. Knee to opposite elbow. Lower and lift. This time kick it through, fall in triangle. Draw your left arm towards the ceiling. Hold it here and draw your right leg behind. Grab a block, reach it up, reach it under and through for a 3, and lift, 2, and lift. Last one. Set that block down. Rotate to high plank. Press up to downward facing dog. Pedal your heels. Continue to pedal. Lower your left heel. Lift your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Step through. High crescent. This is where you can grab this set of light weights if you'd like. Rise up. High crescent. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Reach your arms tall. Maybe spiral your pinkies in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. Arms sweep back for 5. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arms sweep back. You're pressing into the ball of your back left foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back. Once more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back. Hold the hinge forward. Rotate your arms forward. We're going to open up, pivot to warrior 2. Tee out your arms. Left foot's facing forward. Maintain that bend in the right knee. Find your focus. Come back to your breath. Inhale, lengthen your front right leg. Arms come up high overhead. And bend. Inhale, lengthen. And bend. Inhale, lengthen. And bend. Inhale, lengthen. And bend. Last one. Maintain that bend in the knee. Holding here and breathing. From here, reverse your warrior. Tuck your left hand behind your back or down your left leg. Right arm to right ear. Holding and breathing. Come through warrior 2. Come to extended side angle. Right hand to your right knee. Left bicep to left ear. Lengthening that side body. You're welcome to hold it here if you would like to play. Bend into that front right leg. Come into half moon. Right hand on the floor or block. Left arm high, left leg lifted. Opening up that left hip. If you're in half moon, bend into your front right knee. Come back to extended side angle. Holding and breathing. From here, you have that weight. Hold on to it with the left hand. You don't, go ahead and pick it up. We're going to reach the left arm down towards your right toes and up. Or more. Reach down and up and down and up. Maintain that bend in the front right leg. Reach down and lift. From here, straighten that front right leg. Right arm down to the floor, left arm up, coming into triangle. Arms pulling opposite directions. We're going to lift and lower. 4 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. Next inhale. Come through. Tee out the arms. Reverse your triangle. Left hand behind your back. High five that wall behind you. Right bicep to right ear. Both of your legs are straight. We're going to bend to that front right knee as you cartwheel your hands down towards the floor. Bend into that front right knee. Find your breath. You are more than welcome to place your hands onto those blocks if you would like, framing your right foot. I'm going to grab both weights here. From here, Keeping your left hand to the inside of your right foot or on a block, reach your right arm high. Circle out your right wrist. Circle out your shoulder forwards and backwards. You're welcome to drop that back left knee at any time if you'd like. We're going to rise up, twisted lunge. Right arm back, left arm forward. Hold it here, back knee lifted or on the floor. Inhale, draw the right arm forward. Exhale, sweep it back. 2 more. Inhale, draw it forward. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, draw it forward. Exhale, sweep it back. Tick-tock the arms and seal that back left heel down. Right hand down, left arm up. Exalted warrior. Come back. Left hand down, right arm up, straighten that front right leg. Revolve triangle. Bend into that knee. Exalted warrior. Once more, straighten that front right leg. Left hand down, right arm up. Flowing back into exalted warrior. Lay your hands down to the floor or to those blocks. Holding here and breathing. Bringing your hands to heart center. Rise up. Gently bring your left elbow to your right knee. You are welcome to hold it here. You can extend your arms, opening your wings. Holding and breathing. Maintain that connection. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Stepping your left foot forward. Bring your hands back to heart center. Arms come forward. We're going to pulse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swing the arms back. Lift the heels. That's 5. Draw it forward. Arms swing back. Lift the heels. 4. And lower. That's 3. And 2. Last 1. Rise up, standing mountain. Lift your right leg, standing single leg mountain. Cactus the elbows, open up the hip. That right knee comes out to the right. Draw everything back in line. Flex your right toes, 2 more. Bend the elbows, draw that hip open. Everything back together. Draw it open. Draw everything back together. Holding here and breathing. We're going to hinge forward. Kick that right leg straight back. Bring your hands to the block. Coming in to warrior 3. If you'd like, you can extend your arms forward into warrior 3. You can also release your hands down to the floor. Your hips are squared. That right leg is straight. Right toes flex down towards the floor. We're going to pulse it for 10 and 9, 8, and 7, 6, 5, that's 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, move your blocks off to the side. Bring your hands down to the floor. Step that right leg back. Step your left leg back, 3-legged dog. Lower your left leg or lower your knees. Coming all the way down, chaturanga. And lift up. Tuck your toes. Pedal out your heels. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bring those blocks back to the top of your mat. Bring those weights with you. Grab them or set them off to the side at any point in time during your flow. If something becomes distracting, just set it off to the side. We're back in our downward facing dog, pedaling your heels, biceps spraying your ears, elbows spiraled in towards your body. Inhale, lift your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee, stack your hip, circle out your left ankle, maybe your knee. Square out your hips, straighten that left leg. Draw your knee to your nose, tap it down, and lift. kick it back. Knee to same elbow, tap it down, and lift, kick it back. Knee to opposite elbow, tap it down, and lift, kick it through, fallen triangle. Hold it here, or draw that left leg back, coming into side plank. Grab a block, right arm high. You can also release that bottom knee down, reach under and through for 3, and lift, 2, and lift, last 1. Send that block back down, coming back, down dog, lift your left leg high, step it through. Find your balance, find your stance, rise up, high crescent. Ball of your back right foot's lifted, deep bend into your front left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward, sweep your arms back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back. Hold it here. Sweep your arms forward. Very close to that wall. We're going to pivot the right toes. We open up. Warrior 2, palms facing down. Deep bend into your front left knee. Find your focus. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Inhale, lengthen that front left leg, reach your arms up high. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Last 1. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Reverse your warrior. Tug your right hand behind your back or down your right leg. Left bicep to left ear. Come through. Warrior 2. Release your left hand to your left knee. Right bicep to right ear. Stay or play. If you want to play, grab a block with your left hand. Bend into that left leg. Left hand down to the floor or a block. Right arm reaches up high. Right leg lifted. Half moon. Flex your top right toes. If you're in extended side angle, just stay there. If you're in half moon, bend into your front left knee. Lower that back right leg. Coming back to extended side angle. If you don't already, grab that way with your right hand. We're going to reach down, tap towards the inside of your left foot, and reach. 4 more. Tap down, and reach. Tap down, and reach. 2 more. Tap down, and reach. Once more. Reaching your right arm high, left arm down. Straighten that left leg. And breathing. You can also release your left hand down to a block. We're going to lift using your torso and lower. 4 more. Lift and lower. Holding in triangle, both legs straight. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last 1. Maintain the straightened legs. Rise up, tuck your right hand behind your back. Left bicep to left ear. Holding and breathing. As you cartwheel your hands down, bend into your front left knee, framing your left foot. You can bring a block to the inside of your right foot if you would like, or down to the floor. Reach your left arm high with or without that weight. Circle out your left wrist. Circle out your shoulder forwards and backwards. Reach up high. Rise up. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, your left arm forward. Exhale, sweep it back. Right arm stays where it's at. 4 more. Reach it forward. Draw it back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Last 1. From here, cartwheel your right arm up, left arm back, exalted warrior. Seal that back right heel down. Cartwheel your right hand down, straighten that front left leg, left arm up. Bend into your front left knee, exalted warrior. Cartwheel down, right hand down, left arm up, straighten that leg. Once more. Exalted warrior. And cartwheel your hands down. Pivot your right toes. From here, rise up, bring your hands to heart center. Elbows are wide. Rotate to the left. Draw your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Option to extend your wings. From here, I'm just going to step back so I don't have this pampas grass in my face. All right. Square out your hips. Step your right foot forward. Coming to chair. Pulse it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it low. Extend your arms forward. Alternate left arm back and forward. Right arm back and forward. Left arm. Right arm. All right, this time both arms with the heels. You've got 5. And lower. Lift, raise. Lower, forward. All right, 2 more. Come up high on those tippy toes. 1. All right, rise up, standing single leg mountain. Draw that left knee high. We're going to open that left hip. Bend your elbows. Draw everything back in line. 2 more. Bend the elbows, open the hip. Draw everything back in line. Keep that left heel flexed. All right, from here, arms overhead. We're going to hinge forward, kick that left leg straight back. If you would like, find that block or blocks. Place your hands. You can also come into warrior 3, extend your arms forward, lift your back leg. You can come into bird, tee out your arms, hands at prayer, flex your left toes, square out your hips, pulse it here for 10, and 9, 8, and 7, that's 6, 5 more, 3, 2, and 1. Step your left leg back. Plant your hands down. If you have those weights, set them off to the side. Kick your right leg high, lower down, lower your right leg or lower your knees. Coming to chaturanga. Lowering down, pull forward. From here, tuck your toes. Coming back to downward facing dog, pedal your heels. 1 at a time. Come back to high plank. We're going to lower down, slow and controlled. 10 count here. Think the slower the better. You got 10, 9, elbows stay tucked in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing all the way down. Untuck your toes, wrists under your shoulders. Press up, give me 1 mini cobra. Release down. Press up, give me 1 mini cobra. Release back down. From here, keep your left hand boxed out underneath your left shoulder. Extend your right arm directly out from your right shoulder. Relax your right leg. Lift your left leg high, draw it up and over to the outer left hip. You can just rest your ear or your cheek onto the floor. Holding here and breathing. Keeping your left hand boxed out. Extend your left leg long. You're still on that right side. We're going to lift and lower for 10. And 9. That's 8. Last 7. 6. And 5. 4 more. Last 2. And 1. Gently roll back onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Press up. Give me 2 mini cobras. Release down. Press up. Mini cobra. Release down. Make sure you have plenty of space on your left side. I'm really talking to myself here. Extend your left arm out long from your shoulder. Keep your right hand boxed out underneath your right shoulder. Relax your left leg. Lift your right leg high. Draw your right leg up and over the outer left hip. Releasing your left ear or cheek onto the floor. Holding and breathing. Allowing your right hip and left shoulder to open. Extend your right leg long. You're now on that left hip. Point your right toes. We're going to lift and lower for 10. And 9. That's 8. And 7. That's 6. 5 more. 4. And 3. Last 2. And 1. All right, roll back onto your belly. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Untuck your toes. Press up, mini cobra. This time, release your palms. Lift your toes. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Walk your hands towards your rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Gaze up. Bring your gaze forward. Press yourself back to child's pose. Sink your knees wide, hips towards your heels. Fingertips spread out long in front. Forehead onto the floor or to a block, bringing the earth closer. Maybe rock your head side to side. Deep inhales, deep exhales, continuing that breath just as we started, in and out through your nose. Rise up to a tabletop position. Come onto your left or right hip and gently grab a block. We're going to grab that block, place it between our palms. We're going to do some core work as we roll into some stretching. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Feet are flat on the floor, arms out in front between that block. You can also place your hands on either side of your hip, adjusting yourself as you roll back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently roll all the way back. Extend your arms overhead. Tap the block. And we're going to roll up. Using your upper abs, roll up one vertebrae at a time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we tap in front of your feet. You don't have to, or just hold it forward. We're going to roll back last time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, slower, 5, 4, working those lower abs, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release all the way down. Still slow, still controlled. Roll all the way back. Tap that block overhead. Just think, if you're slower than the count, that is even better. Tap the block off to the side. Release the block off to your left or right side. Draw your knees into your chest. Curl yourself into a tiny ball. You can grab the back side of your thighs just on your hamstrings. You can grab opposite wrists, opposite elbows. Maybe rock side to side if that's comfortable for you. And then gently planting your feet onto the floor, hip width apart and parallel. Grab that block once more. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hip, place that block on its lowest setting underneath your hips, and then resting your hips on that block, allowing your hips to fall entirely into that block. You are more than welcome to stay here if you'd like. You can take one leg at a time and extend it up towards the ceiling. For supported, legs up the wall, you're welcome to lift your arms up, point, flex, circle out your wrists, your ankles. Have your legs up the wall, go ahead and bend your knees, lowering one foot at a time. You can keep your feet planted on the floor, or you can also walk your legs out. If that is not comfortable for you, just keep your knees bent to your breath. Rest your hands by your side, palms facing up. Large clip in your hair like I do, a nice little neck support. Totally optional. If you have your legs extended, go ahead and bend your knees, planting your feet onto the floor. Squeezing your glutes, lift your hips. Release that block off to the side, lowering your hips down. Draw your knees into your chest, rock and roll yourself to a seated position. Crisscross your legs, crisscross applesauce, right over left over right. Soles of your feet to touch with your arms up high overhead. Inhale, release your hands to heart center. Fantastic work today, everyone. Thank you all so very much for joining me. Hope you had a fantastic time. Let me know if there's something else that you want to see, something you don't like. You don't hurt my feelings. Let me know. Thank you all. See you next time.